Hey guys, this is my third installment on the video log of my 1979 BMW E24 635CSi. It's been a few weeks and I've got a fair bit of work done over the last few weeks and since the last video I uploaded. And as I mentioned in my last video, I've basically broken it into sort of three video logs: the rear end, the front end, and then the engine. So in this particular video, I'm going to walk you through some of the work that I've done on the front end and kind of show you all the new parts and all the things that have been replaced and changed and everything else. So let's look at that. So immediately it draws your eye. Here are the new front drilled and slotted brake rotors, and you can see the calipers. I had them Cerakoted and rebuilt, and I've got new pads on them and brand new Bilstein front strut inserts, and then you can see the springs have been powder coated. At the same time, the entire wheel well was clean, sanded, and painted. It took about 4 hours to do one wheel well, but it came out pretty amazing. On the front wheel well here, you can see there's brand new braided steel brake lines, new stainless fasteners, and also there's every single nut and bolt has been replaced, guys. So like if I go through the backside here of the caliper, you can see the new grade 8.8 19mm bolts holding the caliper to the hub. Everything has either been replaced or refurbished. You can see there's new bushings for the sway bar, new tension compression rod bushings, new tie rod ends, new lower control arms, new anti sway bar end links with polyurethane bushings, and then you can see the subframe in there. The front subframe is all been powder coated, clean and powder coated, and there's a new center link under the car connecting the right and left side. So everything is all bolted and torqued, and everything worked out quite well. A lot of time goes into it, and but everything has worked out really well. I've actually just finished bleeding the brakes. I thought it was going to be pretty tricky, but having this Motive pressure bleeder was a trick. I took it up to about 20 psi, 20-25 psi, and the fronts are typically tricky to do in these cars because they have three nipples. They have an inner, an outer, and a top, very similar to Ferraris of the same era, and so they do tend to trap a bit of air. But with that Motive pressure bleeder, it makes pretty quick work of doing it. So definitely a fantastic tool to have, and certainly recommend it. Certainly beats the press and release two-person effort that we all grew up with. So definitely get yourself one of these guys. What else can I show you? In the engine bay, I just fitted up, just trial fitted the intake manifold, just to kind of fit it up and see how it all looks. It's actually pretty loose, as you can see. It's just hanging on the studs. I'm actually going to set the fuel rail and the fuel injectors next, and then I'll put this in and bolt it up. But you can see the intake manifold again. It's all been media blasted, cleaned, and then powder coated, and it came out fantastic in this metallic silver. Drawing your attention to the right side, I've already bolted in the valve cover, so that looks really good. And then also the heat shields for the exhaust manifolds that were Cerakoted, they came out really well too. I just put those in, and I just cleaned this frame rail down here, so that looks really sharp. So anyway, it's coming along, guys. I probably I was going to actually start the car tomorrow, cross fingers, but as it turns out, looks like we're going to get a fair bit of rain here in Houston, so that may prevent me from finishing the car, but I probably need a good 6 or 8 more hours and then it's finished. I'm glad the brakes are bled. I've got a good pedal pressure, and so that's one big thing out of the way. And I've also torqued all the fasteners. One thing that I wanted to mention is that every single fastener, doesn't matter if it's a bolt, nut, whatever, every single bolt hole or nut, the threads were chased and cleaned, just to make sure that they were whistle clean, prevents any chance of future cross threading, things like that. And so that does take a lot of time to do that. I guess I can show you on the right side. I'm jumping around a little bit. On the right side over here, maybe you can see it. I'll get down. Here's the new engine mounts. And so they're all set. Those are rubber mounts, brand new. And then I also have brand new transmission mounts. A transmission mount, there's only one in this car. That's on the right side. That's also been installed. So it's getting closer and closer, and I'm pretty excited to start the car. It's been quite a long time sitting here waiting to be finished, but been making some good progress. This cowl cover, I had it same thing. I had it cleaned, media blasted, and then powder coated in a satin black, which is the factory finish. So that came out really nice. So everything is coming together. Stay tuned. Next video hopefully will be me firing it up. One thing I wanted to mention is when I bought this car, none of the signal lights worked or the four-way flashers, and so I was able, after several months and months of looking, I found a brand new new old stock from BMW flasher, and now it all works. It wasn't working before, and now I have working flashers and working signal lights. A lot of the wiring for pretty much actually all the wiring for the signal lights and the flashes, it goes through that circuit. So once that switch is bad, which was the case in this car, you don't get working flashes, you don't get working signal lights. So that was a very expensive part to buy. It was $150, but it's something that you just need. So able to finally install it a few minutes ago.